He sent me love letters for years, but when I finally arrived, they said he died a decade ago. I went to meet my long-distance boyfriend, but everyone in his village swore he died 10 years ago. We met in the most modern way, through an app neither of us believed in. He was polite, thoughtful, with that dry British wit I'd always secretly adored. His name was Thomas Wren, and he lived in a small village in Cumbria called Elmridge, the kind of place with stone. Cottages, no mobile signal, and one dusty pub where everyone knows everyone else's secrets. I lived in Bristol, and for 2 years we messaged every night. No FaceTime, no calls. My signal's rubbish out here, he always said, but he wrote the most beautiful things. Letters, even actual letters. He'd post them with little sketches of the view from his cottage window, pressed leaves from Elmridge's forest, and poems so old-fashioned it made me blush. He said he was restoring an old house that belonged to his grandmother, and that one day, when it was finished, he'd invite me. And one day, he did. The envelope was thick, sealed with wax. Inside was a train ticket, handwritten directions, and the line, "It's time." I thought it was romantic, bold. So I packed a bag, told no one, and took the train into the hills. The station was barely more than a platform swallowed by fog. A driver with an old black cab picked me up, an ancient man with white eyes who said nothing the whole ride. When I asked if he knew Thomas Wren, he twitched and muttered, "I, long gone." I laughed, thinking he meant Thomas had moved. The road wound into a village untouched by time. Mossy rooftops, old stone signs, sheep wandering between graves. I went to the inn Thomas had booked for me. The landlady, a hard woman with a face like crumpled linen, looked at my name and stiffened. "Here for Wren, are you?" she asked. I smiled. "Yes." She stared for a long time before saying, "I hope you've not come to dig up ghosts." I thought it was just local weirdness, until I walked into the village shop and saw a photo on the wall behind the counter. A group of young men from Elmridge's cricket team, circa 2012, and there in the center, unmistakably, was Thomas. Same face, same eyes, same lopsided smile. "That's him," I said. The shopkeeper went pale. "That's Thomas Wren," he whispered. "He died 10 years ago." I laughed, told them it was a mistake, a mix-up. I had the letters, the ticket, the directions. But when I checked my phone, all his messages were gone. I checked the envelope, no return address. I ran to the cottage he'd drawn for me, so many times it was real. Ivy covered, wooden shutters. A swing in the front garden. I knocked. Nothing. The door was open. The air was cold, too cold for June, and inside, everything was exactly as he'd described. The fireplace with the wolf carving, the old radio that never worked, the grandfather clock stuck at 11:11, but the house was thick with dust. No signs of life, just a photograph on the mantle of Thomas holding hands with a girl who looked just like me. I tried to leave, I swear I did, but the road out of Elmridge never ended. It twisted like a loop. Every time I tried to escape, I came back to the same crossroad with the old signpost and the raven sitting on top. The villagers stopped looking me in the eye. The inn no longer had my booking. My train ticket dissolved in the rain. And still, every night, a letter slipped under my door in Thomas's handwriting. "Don't leave yet. I'm almost home." I began hearing him in the walls, smelling him in the linens, seeing him in the corner of the mirror. I told myself I was being manipulated, pranked, broken, until the night I followed the sound of his voice into the forest. Under the full moon, by the old wishing well, he stood, pale, older, eyes filled with sorrow. "I never meant for this," he whispered. "You weren't supposed to follow." I ran to him, touched his hand, and it was warm. "Are you alive?" I asked. He shook his head. "I've been waiting." "Not living." Bound to this place by the promise I made. I wept. He kissed my cheek. I wrote you so much, I think the letters became real. You made me real. But now you're here, and the village won't let you go. Behind us, the trees began to close in. Elmridge doesn't like visitors. Not the ones who find what they shouldn't. I live here now. The villagers have started nodding to me in the morning. Someone left bread by my door. And every night, Thomas sits beside me, warm for a while, before fading when the clock strikes 11:11. I don't know if I'm dreaming, cursed, or dead, but love brought me here, and love won't let me leave.